So we had
Jersey Shore
the
jokes.
episode taken down, and like for like 12 hours, and they put it back up.
I did see that. Why did it get taken down again?
Because he fake called Charleston White, but it wasn't his real number, and they were like, you know, Adam gets into what mode? This bad podcasting. I can't believe you let this guy come on here and have no respect for your podcast. I'm like, you
about to get the whole.
I don't really blame him because I know that he is so from the streets that there's no way he has ever even heard the word dox. There's no way that he like has ever even thought about the YouTube, terms of service. So like for sure, to me, it's obvious that if you dox somebody on YouTube, that you could get that video removed and you get a strike or whatever. But I do not blame Smack for not knowing that.
But in fairness, Charleston White is somebody that if his number was on there, he would get you a strike. Like,
for sure.
He would get a kick out of that.
And if somebody said his phone number, there would honestly probably be like 10,000 people that would call him within the next 20 minutes. Yeah. So like, he'd be feeling it.
I mean, but we didn't know that was going to happen. I'm like, hey. But it was,
I was only pissed off because you guys were acting like, oh, you're being a big mean guy. I'm like, oh, cool. Like you let somebody dox somebody on my platform. I mean, like, this is kind of a thing.
Let's be real though. It got taken down for 12 hours and it still performed well.
It got the ads turned off after a little bit too.
Well, I understand why.
Stupid ass platform. What are we doing on this platform?
But GTL community, that's what he said. He tried to say the LBGTQ and he was like, shout out to the GTL community, don't be mad at me.
They won't let us get anything cool going on this platform. It used to be crazy, bro. You could do everything on YouTube.
Really?
Well, within reason.
Be naked, basically.
There was a lot more. There was a lot of like big YouTubers. Like I'm thinking of this dude Leafy was here, who his whole thing was basically just like tormenting people that he decided that he thought were lame and just making videos and getting like 7 million views a day of basically just like harassing the fuck out of people who were like in some cases borderline retarded or just like crazy ass feminists, whatever, like all kinds of people. And then at a certain point, YouTube was like, boop, nope.
Just like you used to do in the Handsome forums.
Oh, yeah. More or less. That's a good throwback. I used to be in the Hanson forums, calling people gay and stuff.
You know the group Handsome?
Yeah, I was like,
Handsome.
No way
we've definitely talked about this one before.
No way they had forums.
He was in the forums dissing people.
It was a chat room on AOL.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
back in the day. This is 1997.
Damn, that's fucking deep. I remember those AOL CDs where you
oh my God.
The minute ones?
Yeah. Like testing out.
You want to talk about waste? Think about that.
That wasn't a waste.
No, it was.
I mean, in terms of like environmental impact, printing like billions of CDs that in most cases never got used.
If you steal 10 magazines, you got internet for a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, we were doing that. No, we would get the CDs.
Oh, that's how it came.
You could look up how to clear the CD and write onto it. I think. So we'd be like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna put the new Ludacris album on this AOL CD
on the AOL disc.
Yo, we're old as fuck, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I had a hustle going at one point where I would go to the bank near me, TD Bank. I think it's TD Bank now. I think it used to be Commerce Bank, and they would have free pens. Every time I go in there, I'll probably take like 20 pens, and then by the end of the time living in Astoria, after like 3 years, I probably had a box with like a couple thousand pens.
And you probably would have made
what were you doing?
$20 off of them thousand.
No, I was gonna say, actually, the day before I moved out, and there was like a fucking dentist who lives below me, and I took the box of pens, and like we had a window that was facing like another building, so it's just like an alley with nothing at the bottom, just a bunch of trash and stuff, and I'm taking this box of pens, which is probably like this tall and this wide, like a gigantic box of pens, and I'm pushing it up to the window so that I'm just dumping all these plastic pens out the window. And as I'm doing it, the fucking dentist comes upstairs and bangs on the door, and she's like, what are you doing? You're dumping hundreds of pens out the window. I go, no, I'm not. What are you talking about?
Like looking at you.
She like looks behind me. There's like a giant box of pens.
Is that like the craziest like hack you didn't have?
I mean, but how was it a hack? I just got thousands of useless pens wasted. I mean, what was I was thinking about doing like an art project. I wanted to dump them all over the street and light them on fire.
I mean, that's like, was that arson now?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something illegal.
Can I tell you one we used to do? Well, a guy that I know.
And this is why I'm kind of glad I have a daughter, because like at least I don't have to worry about like, I feel like this is the kind of stuff boys do. Because the reason why I thought of that is because I used to have like, we used to take, 1 billion AOL CDs and just be doing all kinds of stupid shit with them.
This was the craziest one. You go to Redbox, right? And once you pay to get
I feel like I heard you tell the story.
you get the fucking thing, right? The CD comes out. You scan the CD with the barcode, and you cut the paper to make it seem like it's a CD, and you put the paper back in the CD case, and it scans, and then you get a free movie or game.
Like having a copy of Step Brothers to yourself is like the best. no box, no cover art.
I'm just
no-
saying. Let's just say,
like-
2K just came out. They would have the new 2K on there, and you just you pay your little $1, $2, and you scan it and get it. You got
a video
free 2K.
game. A video game. I
Video
respect.
game, that's hella worth it.
I always thought people were lame as shit when I would show up at their house and they have a crazy DVD collection. I'd just be like,
Why?
It's just.
'Cause
I
you
don't
could-
know. Just
'cause you-
watch it once and forget about it. That's
No,
just my
but
attitude on
like-
movies.
I don't know, 8 Mile. I used to watch that shit back to back.
You want to be
Bro,
white.
If you have if you got a girl pulling up to your crib, then you got options of like, yo, baby,
You gotta have
what
something.
you want to watch, baby.
I remember I had this girl that came over the crib and we watched Human Centipede the first time she ever came over.
Oh yeah.
And then we went and fucked. And then she asked me, like, should I get fake tits? And I didn't even know her or anything. So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch had fake tits like 2 weeks later.
So did you hit again?
Hell yeah. It was great.
You still got any of them pins?
It's such a weird time. No. Dude, it's such a
1,000. You only got
like
one.
sitting
People
around
who
with
lived
the
in New York
pins.
City at the same time that I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about because I've seen a lot of other people reference those free pens.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. Appreciate y'all.